Hi, I'm David. Let me start by asking you something a little bit confronting. How many customers have walked into your business, spent money, and then disappeared simply because you never captured their details? Most businesses don't realise this, but every customer that interacts with you, calls, buys once, asks a question, visits your website, walks into your store, they cost you money to acquire. And if they leave without you capturing their name, their number, or their email, that money, that opportunity, those repeat sales, they're gone. They're gone forever. Here's the crazy part. Most small businesses, the list they never bothered to collect is worth more than all their stock, their tools, equipment, or signage combined. Today I want to show you why your customer list is the single most valuable asset your business will ever own. And I'll give you a free checklist to help you build one that becomes your personal goldmine, even if you've never done this before. But first, let me tell you how I learned this the hard way. My journey to this business growth channel is a little different to most. I started my career before the internet, before mobile phones, before MP3 players. Home PCs weren't even a thing yet. My first job was a simple summer job delivering prescriptions for a local pharmacy. What fascinated me wasn't the deliveries, it was the list. The pharmacy had a handwritten list of every customer, what they needed, when they needed it again, and how often they purchased. They knew exactly who to contact and when. That little list kept half the town alive and kept their business thriving. I didn't realise it at the time, but that was my first lesson in business growth. My first full-time job was collecting rent from tenants, literally knocking on doors and collecting cash. But my next role took me deeper, selling house and land packages on a new estate outside Melbourne. And here's the truth, I was terrible. Nice suit, pleasant smile, zero sales training. But my boss, he was a weapon. He wasn't selling based on the house design or the block of land. He sold based on finance. He built a list of qualified buyers with pre-approved loans and then matched the loan amounts of a house and block they could afford. That was it. A machine. A predictable business. And look, he got so good at it, he's now the CEO of that company and he's been at it for 40 years. Why? Because he mastered one thing, the power of a targeted list. In the early 2000s, I ran an advertising agency right when email marketing exploded. Businesses realised, if we have a list, we have leverage. Email was the new postbox, and companies with big lists were printing money. In the late 90s, part of my family launched a mobile phone service provider out the back of my golf club business. Literally a sales desk wedged next to stacks of golf shoes. But they built something powerful, a subscriber list that tracked call spend, credit history, device habits, upgrade patterns, purchasing frequency. And when they sold that business, it sold for 8 figures. Not because of the office, not because of the warehouse, not because of the dealer network. It sold for that much because of the depth and quality of the customer list. Similar companies sold for half and sometimes a third as much. The list and the information on it made all the difference. Later, my wife and I opened a retail nursery in Ballarat. Anyone that's been to Ballarat knows it's cold, it's wet, windy and unpredictable. We opened a nursery and then we opened a second site with a cafe. We grew, we expanded, and then the drought hit hard. But here's what kept us alive longer than we had any right to be, our loyalty program and customer list. We offered a 5% discount, we captured names and emails, and we sent seasonal offers. And every email we sent returned a $20 or $30 per customer on average return. Sometimes a single email turned into a garden design, which turned into a $1,000 to $5,000 plant sale, which turned into a $2,000 to $10,000 landscaping project, which could then turn into ongoing garden maintenance jobs. The list literally kept us alive until Lake Wendouree, the Olympic lake rowing course, dried up, and so did our business, which closed down shortly after. But without that list, we wouldn't have lasted half the time we did. Every major success in my career and every near failure I survived had the same thread. The pharmacy used a list. The real estate CEO used a list. The 8-figure telecom deal was based on a list. The nursery was kept alive by a list. For 30 years, one rule has never changed. A business with a list is worth more than a business without one. In fact, your list is the only asset that you fully own. Your competitors can't steal. It improves with age, it multiplies your sales, and it acts as a literal insurance policy against failure. Yet most businesses, especially service-based businesses, let customers walk in, buy something and walk out the door forever. That's like spending money to acquire a customer and then flushing the profit straight down the toilet. So here's the truth. You are sitting on a gold mine. But if you're not capturing your customer data, names, emails, phone numbers, inquiries, quotes, past purchases, you'll never be able to access it. That's why I built this simple free checklist for you. It's called the Customer Data Checklist. Inside it, you'll discover the 7 places you're losing customer data every day, the simple system to capture and store every lead, the exact information you must collect and what you can ignore, how to turn a list into repeat buyers, how your list increases your business valuation, how to build your list without annoying customers, and how to start today, even if you're not tech savvy. This is the exact framework I've seen create 8-figure exits, repeat revenue, predictable growth, and business stability even in downturns. Click the link below, download the checklist, and start building the only asset in your business that appreciates in value every single day. Download the Customer Data Checklist free and unlock the gold mine within your business. Because once you build your list, you stop guessing, you stop hoping, and you stop relying on walk-ins. You can finally build a business that grows on purpose and not by accident. If you like the content and you'd like to see more, click the like button and subscribe to the channel. There's plenty more where this came from, and we'll talk to you soon.